I've been told I need to stack poison and the comments haven't lied to me yet. So I picked up what's called an auto shotgun and we're going to use that on our little adventure today. Probably means we need to get pretty close to the enemies, but when we do, we blow them up. And that brings us to our first damage upgrade, and we're going to stack a lot of those. I've also been informed that sliding is the way to go. We should basically always be sliding while jumping, so we just slide around like a crab on ice. And you know what? This does feel better. What doesn't feel good yet is the amount of damage we do. We're going to need some more of that. I think this is the first time I've ever not picked up an upgrade, but that does give us more money for other upgrades later. I'm gonna grab whatever that was. I think it said more damage. We had to take a little bit of damage to get it. I'll probably get over it real quick. In fact, I'm gonna get over it as fast as this guy. More crystals drop when eliminating enemies. I get an extra chest if I do this without taking damage. That's kind of especially hard when I'm dealing with a short range shotgun. But as long as I follow the sound advice on my comment section, nothing could possibly go wrong. I did manage to do this island flawlessly somehow. Damage increased for a short time after eliminating an enemy. Shots deal more damage and move in spiral patterns. That's not that bad with a shotgun anyways. And randomly, I found a Grim Reaper here in the woods. Everything is discounted. Fast shot. Shots are faster and less affected by gravity. That means we should get an extra range on our shotgun. Here's one of game breaking potential. Max health increased after every 10 close range eliminations. I am always right in their face with the shotgun. I also bought enemies drop more coins depending on my current combo. I do need to remember to keep my eye out for some elemental chests. I'm all about damage normally, so it's just a habit. But these new upgrades feel pretty good so far. A little more damage than ever before. Blew all those up. Definitely got hit a few times because I'm not paying attention to the spikes. So apparently the spikes don't count as damage because it still gave me free chests anyway. Damage increased to armored enemies. Shots do more damage. Clip size reduced. Probably gonna have to stop running into enemies. We're taking damage quickly. Oh, I forgot that I do get heals from them already though. And my shotgun's actually got pretty good range. It's kind of a sniper shotgun at this point. Or at least if I keep telling myself it is, it works that way. Just one more big idiot to kill and we're done island 7. Shots do more damage. Recoil is increased. Okay, I need to survive a horde of enemies. That shouldn't be too hard. The hardest part about these ones is enemies appearing out of the bush. They love being in the bush, but we're going to slide our way around and hopefully nothing sneaks up on us too much. In fact, I'm going to be stupid and just kind of kite them around for a second until they all pile up and then I can explode them all at once. They should consider themselves lucky that I haven't gone hyper aggressive on this level because normally I would. Now we just hope for our poison damage. Poison shot. Only one of them though. Apparently fire and ice negate each other, so we'll take lightning. We're going to do lightning and poison. And chance for shots to target nearby enemies on impact. We're going to get that one twice because it was offered to us twice for some reason. Poison debuff stacks increased. Yes. So let's see how our big idiot friend likes that. Oh, you can see the poison stacks are on there. Interesting. So we probably do need to increase our clip size, but that poison does hang out there for quite a while. I don't know. We'll ask this guy about it. He's got a few stacks of poison. Ow. It's going to be a little bit of a building up process, but we're going to go ahead and take him down. It won't be a problem. Look at that poison. It just sits right on them and takes them down. Well, we blowed him up in a pretty big hurry, and now we got all sorts of good stuff to choose from. Some extra health, which is going to be necessary today. And these are all kind of weak. We're just going to salvage them anyway. You can afford to make decisions like that when you're stupid because you don't know any different anyway. This island was shockingly easy. Increase damage to armored enemies again. Okay, so this island's got a fun thing where as soon as I kill enemies, a homing beacon fires at me, but as long as I'm sliding away, I'll be perfectly fine. That was also kind of easy. The homing thing did hit me at the end, but that was after the round ended apparently. Clip size increased. That's going to help for extra poison stacks. And clip size increased again. We're not going to see anything for a while strong enough to absorb very many of our bullets, but eventually for the bosses and stuff, we'll just melt them with poison. These are all lightning ones. Lightning debuff stack increased. I'm not really sure what lightning does, so we'll just take that for now. I'm just trying to survive the horde of enemies. They're still making their way to me very slowly, so I can mostly just sit here. I've literally been sitting here the whole time, and they're just slowly walking toward me dying. That's really great for me. Damage increase again to armored enemies. That's a legendary sitting here already. It's not a great one, but it's legendary. This one I like. Damage increased after every 10 one-shot eliminations. I gotta try and get more of those. I broke the rock. Heal after eliminating enemies. We're gonna get close, shoot them, hopefully kill them in one hit. Then we'll get extra damage. Look at that poison stacking up. It doesn't take long. He's got a stack of 600-700 poison on him now. That damage would actually really add up. Okay, I gotta remember one-shot elimination, so we're gonna get right up in their face for a little bit. This is gonna give us some damage. Damage received, that is, but that's okay. One shot, 2 shots. I might just have to add up raw bullet damage as well, but we got a chance to stack damage early. We're going to. I wonder if the poison actually works for me there. Like if I shoot him and he slowly dies to poison, was that a one-shot elimination? I have questions and curiosities. Whatever that big crab was also pretty strong. I think there's one of these, so we'll get close to him with this RPG and shoot him away. That island was cleared. This should be elemental, hopefully more poison. Poison debuff stacks increased. Now we're going to challenge one. Everything dies is going to have spikes where it is. That's perfectly fine. We can eat a little bit of damage. We don't need to do this flawlessly flawlessly. We just need to survive. We're getting big skulls already too, so that's going to get a little bit annoying. Ow. Luckily, I heal after elimination, so we're actually a lot tougher than we look. And we're going to stack them up. I kind of want to watch him tick away from poison damage. Okay, well, I got a little impatient and just shot him. Every time I didn't look at him, the health bar would go off screen anyway, so... And obviously, I'm a very busy person. I don't have time to sit there and watch skulls get melted by poison. Shots do more damage when hip firing. That's all I do. Shots do more damage, but fire rate is reduced. I think I'll take that because I don't think that's going to make a very big difference. It's a very fast gun. Plus, the more one-shot eliminations we get, the more damage we do. Therefore, the more one-shot eliminations we get, and the more damage we do again. That's kind of going to be our secret weapon by the end of this anyway. And these little crabs are just made for giving me damage at this point. And it's very satisfying when they all get into a big row for me. That way I can just destroy them all instantly. Well, there's so many on this level. This is so good for my damage and confidence. Oh, this is survival level. I was wondering why there was so many crabs. Damage increased to poison enemies. Yes. And we got another free random chest in the shop. Chance for enemies to drop health pickups when eliminated. Yeah, why not? Well, straight up shots deal more damage. And this one was poison debuff stacks increased. So now I don't have to hit him very many times at all before he's up to 300, 400 poison stack. Okay, we're gonna get heal after eliminating enemies and heal after eliminating enemies just for fun. There's another legendary. Grenades explode into poison areas. That would be good if we could afford it. Gain more max hearts from hearts. Yes. We're already at the next boss fight. Okay, this is going quick. Okay, I hope you like poison damage. Okay, we're gonna just go ahead and slide around you a little bit. He's already down to half health. The poison is doing its thing, is it? Is he poison? Oh, well, I'm ice. I want to watch the poison. Hold still for a sec. I'm not really sure how that works. We seem to do more damage the more we hit him. We get an armor plate. We get all sorts of good things. Okay, that tried to attack me while I was reading. Juiced. Increased damage, fire rate, and reload speed is a very good one. Which brings us to the lava pools. On these early levels especially, I'm going to let them get nice and close so I can try and one-shot them easier. Because there's not really going to be a whole lot of them and they're not going to be very strong. Shots bounce around and deal more damage after each bounce. That sounds actually kind of fun with these. Oh, that's going to be really good. Because my aim, as you might have noticed, really isn't very good and we're firing so many bullets in all directions, we're just constantly going to be hitting things now. And that might work against our one-shot capabilities, but we'll see. So it takes 10 one-shot eliminations to give us 1% extra damage. That at a glance doesn't sound like a good deal, but we kill a lot of things every level. Each one of those is 1% and that just gets bigger and bigger. Damage increase to shocked enemies, we do shock a lot of them. I didn't know they could do that. They were going towards the purple thing. We also have a floating skull we're probably going to want to take care of. Okay, we made very short work of him. And we've got so many heal after killing enemies. I bet every time we kill something we get a massive heal. And we're getting pretty strong because we're exploding even the red skulls. Like that's a fresh skull. We're going to charge straight at him. 2 hits. And a reward for clearing Idiot Island. Increased critical hit chance. So that naturally means more one-shot eliminations, which means more damage for us. This one is a survival level, but I'm just going to try and get close to a lot of little things and shoot them like that. Look at all those one-shot eliminations. Thank you for always putting the chests way far away from where I am. Chance to not use ammo when firing. As I understand, eventually we can just continually fire if we get enough upgrades like that. I broke some healing rocks that I didn't need to break, but they sound pretty. Increased clip size we're going to take, even though that's not super big right now. And we might actually take this to get a little more HP. And since it's offering us a legendary, we have to. Shots create fiery storms that deal damage over time. That's kind of like poison. As long as we don't get ice, that's going to be fine because we'll still do poison, fire, and lightning damage. And that's going to create a big old firestorm for him. And we're going to do damage over time and everything's going to die. Actually, the poison stacks really are stacking up now. It's already up to 800 and 300 fire already. But it's still really all about those one-shot eliminations as good as we can get, though those firestorms aren't going to hurt anything. There's some kind of ball tossing creature down the way. I think I just exploded him. There's also a skull down there firing things at me, but I'm just making firestorms down this trench. Nothing can really get through to me that way. Max health increased after 10 close range eliminations. Yes. So we do a lot of close range eliminations here because we have a shotgun and I like to slide into things as long as it's not the explodey type like that thing or this thing. Now I'm kind of realizing exactly how many explodey things there are. This is a challenge of this level, by the way. Everything turns into a bouncy magma ball, so that's fun. So I took quite a bit of damage trying to finish this level because I'm stupid and we're missing one little moron who is really playing hard to get. They're probably stuck in some dumb little crevice. I'll hear them if I get close. I think I found him right there. Because he was annoying me, we're going to let him have a little fiery poison storm, which doesn't actually seem to be hurting him that bad because he's a grenade crab or something. I don't really know. Here, you can have a few of those then. Yeah, he's just slowly burning and poisoning away. The more we hit him, the more stacks we have, the more damage he'll take, so he'll eventually burn out into nothing. Poison aura. Poison and damage nearby enemies every few seconds. That's going to help. And damage increase to poison enemies. That was giving us a 50% damage before. I'm sure it's even more now. And with all the poison we're able to do, everything around us is going to be poisoned. And we really are healing a lot because our health was down like 150 to start this level, I killed like 6 things and it was full. So every time we kill stuff, we get big heals. Ooh, these are all going to be great one-shot eliminations, I think. Maybe the poison ore is going to work against me here. I don't really know. Doesn't matter. Everything can die. Oh, this is another survival round. I really got to start paying attention. So I should really be going crazy trying to one-shot everything, though. 2 seconds left. This was a long one. Ow. Increased critical hit chance. That's going to help for our one-shot ability. Damage increased to nearby enemies is a good one because we're often nearby enemies. Well, I broke the rock already, but it did spit out a legendary first, so it's been very generous with these. And since we have the money, gain crystals when damaging enemies, we do that a lot, so that's extra crystals. Gain maximum 200 health. It's going to be more than that because of our perks. We have 800 health now. Gain max health after clearing an island? Yeah, why not? And increase health by 50. So not only are we a high damage crab, we're a very tough crab as well. Our DPS isn't going to be super high with this build because it's all going to be hidden behind one-shot power. But like you can see, we're hitting him for 21,000 damage individually there, plus all of our many poison and burning stacks. You know what? I'm going to not explain it. I'm just going to demonstrate it against King Skull here. The more we hit him, the more damage he's going to take. So he's already down to 66% HP. I realize we don't really reload anymore either. Look at the bigger chunks we're taking out of him now. This is the final boss of the game really, so he should be rather tough, and he's already dead. He dropped for us a bunch of keys. There should be a legendary chest here at least. Fire spinning axes along with your shots. That's kind of interesting, plus all of our health. Yeah, so we send out like discs of axes. Now let's see what the enemies think of those. They do get a lot tougher here, but as long as we're getting all of our shots on, we should one-shot most things. And we found a random pickup. Shots are faster and less affected by gravity. That gives us more range. Shots do more damage, but spread is increased. Our spread, well, we get close to everything anyway, so that doesn't matter at all. At least we're supposed to get close to things. I sometimes forget that, but then again, sometimes I don't. I just charge into the enemies and fire away. We'll heal through all their damage anyway. We have 1200 health. We're gonna be fine. Although we did somehow just lose a lot of HP because of homing thorns that I didn't realize existed. So, oh, it's a pumpkin. We really made the wrong play on this level, like we often do. Damage increased to poison enemies, and poison debuff stacks increased. So our poison aura deals 250 damage and applies 200 poison stack to nearby idiots. Our poison debuff stacks are increased by 100%, and we do 150% extra damage to poison idiots. Plus I looked and we get healed 20 HP for every enemy we kill. There's a 1 second cooldown on that, but you get the idea that we heal ourselves quite efficiently. I love this one. It's just so simple. Shots deal more damage. That's all we ever wanted. And then we got a survival level, so we're mostly just gonna slide around taking pot shots because things are getting pretty crafty at hitting us. Or I'm likely just getting more arrogant because I've got so many upgrades I think I'm invincible for some reason. I turned around to look at the crabs behind me and I think one of them punched me. Shots bounce around and deal more damage after each bounce. Chance to not use ammo when firing, and a shotgun blast. Fire a deadly shotgun blast along with your shots. I already fire a shotgun, so I'm not really sure that's going to be a huge difference. Chance for shots to target nearby idiots on impact, and a legendary that we definitely can't afford, but that's okay. Chance for shots to target nearby idiots on impact. This one is just a good old-fashioned elimination, so we'll take all the explodey boys out first, and then we'll try and get personal with some of the crabs as we do. This was a pretty satisfying level because all the idiots really grouped up together, and we make such big explosions out of them. Chance to not use ammo when firing again. Economy chest. How could we say no to that? We get so much from buying our upgrades. Enemies are definitely getting tougher now, and also doing a lot of damage. They can take off like 600 HP every time they hit me. Luckily, we can still out-damage them. Let's take shops contain more goods for sale, because you can never have too many goods for sale. And we gotta survive a horde of idiots. We'll mostly just slide around and ignore them. Occasionally, we will fire at them at, places like this, because that's a bit of a choke point for them, so they'll have to run through a firestorm to get to me. That will probably thin them out or something like that, and then we just keep going. It's actually kind of relaxing to just slide around as a crab. All the damage and chaos aside, it's nice. Pretty sure that was flawless. 2 chests for us. Well, let's do poison debuff stacks increased, and then there was something about lightning shots shock enemies. Okay, critical hits spawn 5 new shots at target nearby enemies. Chance for shots to split into smaller shots in the air. Yeah, that's just more poison things. Okay, we're gonna take this one next. Shots deal more damage straight up, just because we can hit for a lot more damage now. Our DPS is going pretty crazy, and like the more of these poison stacks we have on him, just the more damage he's gonna take. Plus our auras and stuff, so that's really just gonna keep going up and up and up. It didn't take me long to push out well over 1 million. I've seen 1.5 million already, and that just gonna keep going up. And chance to not use ammo when firing. I didn't even see that sitting there. Max health increased after clearing. Yeah, whatever. Give me these idiots. Oh, there's 2 of them now. Okay, well that's fine. We're just gonna keep absolutely poisoning the life out of you. You're dead, and on to the second one, who's actually doing quite a bit of damage to us. We'll just keep sliding around. Okay, he died very quickly also. Here's a fun one. Gain sniper turret at the start of each island. I I don't think it spawns near us necessarily, but it does spawn here somewhere, hopefully. Every 5th shot deals more damage. Lightning debuff stack increased. I don't see why we wouldn't. We really are just all about the elemental damage today anyway. Hey, look at that. I found my turret. It's been over here being not very helpful, and it's remaining being over here not very helpful. But that's fine. I can do it all myself anyway. I do lots of damage. Spread and recoil heavily reduced. I'm not really sure why I picked that up, but we sure got that. And then clip size increased. The damage at this point really is a lot of fun. I remember when we were shooting these for like 200 damage. Now we're doing 3,000, 5,000. Big numbers. Shots are larger and deal more damage, move more slowly. Damage increase for each perk that you have. I feel like that one by itself is actually really big. Well, that's 4% for each perk. And we have 20 perks, so that's 80% extra damage. Fire close range AoE blast with your shots. Hello? Oh, I'm out of room, aren't I? So I've dropped an old one that I don't really want. We're going to salvage that, and then we're going to pick up the AoE thing, because that's probably just going to add a lot of damage to us, and that feels good. I was a little curious how high I could get the DPS if I kept shooting him with an auto clicker. Seems like it sort of caps itself somehow at around 4 or 5 million. The poison stacks either resetting themselves or the number's getting too big for it to show. There's another juiced, so that's only going to work in our favor. I also just picked up some armor plates, so that's going to help us survive, especially in a build where we like to get right into the chaos. They sort of straight up give me 4,500 crystals. I won't say no to that. Now we're really starting to get to the point where damage is just kind of absurd. Things can hurt us, but we can also hurt them to a really ridiculous level, so it's basically just who hits who first. Probably also because we never really upgrade toughness. It's just all damage with us. And that brings us to the shop, and look how many options we have. I'm kind of hoping for some legendaries though. We got so lucky with those early on, and I broke the rock. Well, we're going to fire a shotgun blast when shooting. We already have a sniper turret, so that just upgrades it. Chance for mega crits. I didn't even know those were a thing. Okay, we're also going to get damage increase for each perk you have. I want mega crits. I got to get rid of a something. Okay, we dropped something. Now we have mega crits. So our DPS is going to go up even quicker. It's already at 2 million and we've hardly hit this guy. Pretty sure mega crits are going to do wonders for DPS. Well, it's already up to 5 million easy enough. So let's see how the big icy skulls like these. Icy crits, icy crits. We can actually hit both of them at once a little bit. Ow. Okay, that's really annoying. There we go. Back to shooting them and they're both dead. No legendaries? Okay, that's it. Bye.